Online today, I saw an official statement from Nintendo explaining that a live-action Legend of Zelda movie is officially in the works. Now, long-time listeners of this pod will know, like, I'm not a massive Zelda fan in terms of the games, but I am a huge supporter of, like, good movie adaptations of video games. But I already think this is going to be terrible, and I think it's a mistake. And I'll explain why in the next few minutes. First of all, and this was confirmed by Miyamoto, who is the creator of Mario, Zelda, many popular Nintendo franchises. He said, I'll try and find the official message that he put out. This is Miyamoto. I've been working on the live-action film of The Legend of Zelda for many years now with Avi Arad, who is a producer, who has produced many mega hit films. I have asked Avi to produce this film with me, and we have now officially started the development of the film with Nintendo itself heavily involved in the production. It will take time until its completion, but I hope you look forward to seeing it. There were rumors a few years ago that a Netflix adaptation of Zelda was in the works, but then it leaked and Nintendo didn't want to go forward with it anymore, so it got cancelled. But now it's officially happening. This Avi guy, Ari, he has produced, like, I will admit his producing credits like involve a lot of like superhero movies like Hulk, Spider-Man, a bunch of stuff like that, as well as and then the director Wes Ball is the director of the Maze Runner series. That's all he's directed. And personally, I think the Maze Runner is like some of the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. Sorry if you're a fan of it. But my problem with this Legend of Zelda movie announcement is that it shouldn't be live action. And I know that might be a hard pill to swallow, but you look at like earlier this year, the Super Mario Brothers movie came out, animated, looks like the games, you know, instantly recognizable as the games, and it was a box office smash. Whether you like the movie or not, it was a box office smash. I just feel like they should be continuing in that style for any future movie adaptations. That being animated, stylized, and true to the source material. I really worry about how they'll handle a live-action Zelda movie, and I think that it's gonna be bad. I think they're just gonna get it wrong. The tone will be like too serious, but they'll try to make it goofy, and I just really think it should be animated. I think, and I'm so surprised that with the success of the Mario movie that they are choosing to not animate this movie, that they're choosing the live-action route. A lot of people have already speculated on some of the casting that might happen, and so many people are saying that Tom Holland is going to play Link, and I actually think that is so likely to happen. I think that's so... Because if it's not Chris Pratt, who's probably way too old to be Link, Tom Holland is the next person down to just be the every white man character. So I do think Tom Holland will almost certainly be Link. I think Chris Pratt could actually be a good Tingle. If you've played the Zelda games, Tingle is this little green elf guy, and I think it would be a funny juxtaposition of Chris Pratt's normal roles if they squished him down into this like leprechaun elf kind of character, Tingle. But yeah, I'm curious as to what story they'll adapt as well. Obviously, like, Zelda's known for having some pretty good stories, whether it be Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, Breath of the Wild. Kind of feels like adapting Breath of the Wild might make the most sense, but then maybe they'll just pull elements from every Zelda series and game. Maybe they'll just adapt the original Legend of Zelda story. I really don't know, but I would love to see, you know, a lot of the characters we know. I think my preference would be that they do Ocarina of Time, which is the Nintendo 64 one that was super popular. I think that would be awesome. But yeah, I'm really unsure about a live action adaptation. I just don't think that it has as much potential as just doing an animated one with voice actors, and it does really concern me for Nintendo. And I guess the other thing is I would have assumed that they'd be following on the Mario movie with a sequel or like a Donkey Kong spin-off or just building like an animated universe of Nintendo movies. Now it feels like if they do this Zelda movie and it flops, then it's going to be ages until they feel brave enough to do a animated one after that. Or if it's really successful, then we'll probably never get an animated one, which, yeah, I think is also kind of disappointing. Overall, excited, but very tentative and cautious, and I don't think it's going to be good.